Stepping stone becomes a stumbling block. What keeps you going is verve. Verve in your mind helps you understand that every stumbling block is actually a stepping stone. Verve in your vision helps you see nothing but possibilities. And verve in your hand, well, let's just say that's how you get rewarded for not giving up.
Nobody wants to talk to your
So,
chest.
no matter what you're into, verve is key to opening the doors you want. So, have you got verve? Verve, the rewarding way to make payments.
The Grapevine on the Smooth
Okay, guys.
Breakfast
Thank
Show.
you, Latin.
Entertainment buzz with the gossip.
This is one of my favorite intros, honestly.
It is.
Oh, celebrity gist.
The Grapevine on
Alright, mics are up.
88.1 in collaboration with Verve, the rewarding way to make payments. Verve, the rewarding way to make payments.
Hey, it's the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. That's part of a Smooth Breakfast with Ayo.
And Valentine.
Good morning, Lagos, and thank you to you who's joined us from every part of the world. If you've downloaded our app, you're the MVP
Yes,
because
you
that's
are.
the way to go. You know why? Because it gives you very clear signals from anywhere, even in China. And
Yeah.
that's not all. You can also go back to listen to all past episodes of the shows that you probably missed. You can do that only on the app.
Yes.
All right, so do all to download it. If you're using an Android phone, go to the Google Play Store and download Smooth 91 FM Lagos. If you go to the Apple App Store, if you're using an iPhone, just type Smooth 91 FM Lagos and do just that. On the Grapevine, we're joined by Chef Jeff 3000.
They finally remember that I was here after that long speech. By the way, Emma from Akoka, you're still MVP on this show. Don't
Yes,
worry.
he is.
Yeah.
Well done. And join Chef Jeff on the live stream. If you're on Instagram, just go to the handle.
Yes, at Chef 3000.
And you can see his
I love
wonderful
you,
face.
3000.
3,000.
Let's not spoil it. Let's not spoil it.
I love it. I love it. I just don't want to go there. But anyway, Lagos, let's go back to here's how you can go contact us, all right, on the show.
You can go on to YouTube right this minute as we're streaming live. So go on there. Smooth 98.1 is our handle, and you can watch all that's going on. Check out Chef Jeff's hat. And also on Twitter, we're at Smooth 981 FM. On Facebook, the same. On Twitter, use the hashtag Grapevine981. Now you can send your messages to YouTube, Twitter, and of course on WhatsApp. The number on WhatsApp is 0809-444-0981. No calls.
If you want to pre-listen, or in this case, pre-watch the videos that we'll be reviewing this morning, you must have seen it if you're following us at Smooth 91 FM. So congratulations for having a first sneak peek into it. Actually, full view, because we're doing a snippet of it on the show. The videos on the review, the first, fantastic song. Devil's Work, ADHD by Joyner Lucas is the first video. The second one is Pato Rankin's song, Lenge Lenge. All right, so these two videos will be taking precedence on the show as we start. The first, Joyner Lucas, Devil's Work, ADHD, there's attention deficit and hyperactive disorder, yeah? That's what it means. Now, in this song, he speaks about the situation of death, and when it hits, many are left searching for answers. For this latest visual that has over 5.2 million views on
In
YouTube
1
already,
week.
I was just released on May 2nd.
Second.
Yeah,
Less
1
than a
you're
week.
right.
Yeah, just less than a week.
He calls out a few people who deserve to be out of this world, and some others
swap
that need
places.
to be called back. Very daring video. But listen.
I'm staring at this Bible as I
All right, so we're coming up now.
Lord, I got questions and I need answers. Trying to understand your vision, all I see is damage.
Are we good?
Just a bunch of
Mics are going up.
in the street camping. A bunch of lost souls on their feet standing. We supposed to be your children.
Rapper Joyner Lucas with a song there, Devil's Work. In a powerful clip, the rapper pleads with God to bring back late legends, including Tupac Shakur, Nipsey Hussle, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, in exchange for controversial figures including Suge Knight, R. Kelly, Laura Ingraham, and Tommy Lahren, and Donald Trump. and a few others. But Chef Jeff.
You know, how was this particular song picked? Because if it was picked for religious reasons, you know, we have to start featuring more international artists on this show. That's one thing I'm going to say. That's where I'm going with that. But then that said, this video deserves all of the attention that it's been getting. I'm not too sure about leaving the bottle behind in the church. And you know, but that was very good branding. Product placement going on over there. You know, I like the way he talks about, you know, why these people are still here. Okay, and then he ends it with like, okay, I know it's not your fault, but it's the devil's work.
Yes.
You know, Tommy Lauren being on that list was like, yeah, dude, I get you. Because I've said it before, and I say it again. Tommy Lauren's funeral is gonna be a party. She does not. It's gonna be one big party. She doesn't change her way soon. It will not be her own planned party. That's just what it's gonna be like. You know, but it's still, you get where he's coming from in terms of like, you're wondering why the good people all go and why some people are still left behind. I mean, we see the same thing over here in Nigeria, don't we? At the same time, like, why are we still seeing the same political thieves, you know, coming to, you know, you've been arrested in London, you come back to a welcoming party in Nigeria, that kind of stuff.
Or get appointed.
You know, so it's, well, you know, Grapevine. So, you know, it's a song you should check out. The message is very clear. It's very simplistic in terms of the video, but it really gets your attention for a song that is called ADHD.
It does that, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Jeff. The relevance of mentioning to Lauren actually got her attention. She tweeted yesterday, well, a few days ago, saying, "Truly disgusting. You don't have to like me or respect me, but this is too far. This isn't art. It's sick." But guess what? She pulled it out, continues to rant, and then goes down the line to send a DM to this guy, Jonah Lucas, and says, "Oh, let's meet up off on camera. I would like for us to talk, find a middle ground in this conversation, and everything." And then guess what Jonah Lucas does? He brings out the DM and posted it to over 1.5 million followers.
Oh, wow.
Everybody to see. So I mean, he's not here to play games. Like Ayo, we're talking about this, and actually our producer Lakumi mentioned that could it be possible that he's using this as a marketing?
Because he's earning money from it.
No,
okay,
it's giving a message, and whatever the case may be, the message is very clear. Whether Tommy's name was there or not, it doesn't change the fact the other people that he mentioned were also significant people.
Exactly.
All right, so I want
for
to
her,
ask a
she
question.
would be coming on the marketing side of things, because for her, you know, even if there was a shred of decency to her, she likes being in the limelight. That's just what the case may be.
All right, so I want to ask a question. I have mixed feelings about this this song.
Why? Because Devil's Work.
No, not at all.
Okay.
So the first thing is that I actually would go with Tommy Lawrence's comment saying this isn't art, it's sick. And I'm saying this because I would never support a song that is promoting the death or that some people should die. Like, oh, certain people deserve to die, which this song says.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, no matter how much you hate Donald Trump, he has a family who love him.
Okay.
He has some good side to him. Yeah, there's some people who have killed other people and we should just kill all of them. That's the sick side of the song for me. So whereby, yes, I understand the art, I appreciate all that, but we're getting to a point where we're not going to be able to draw the line between what is now becoming psychotic to being art. So I don't mind you saying bring the dead people back, but I don't like the fact that he's like exchange them. Then you now even give suggestions.
Do you enjoy Tupac songs?
It doesn't matter. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind him saying Tupac should come back.
No, I'm not talking about that. I mean, in Tupac's Hit Them Up, he said something. He said some worse things, really.
Yeah, but I don't know Tupac's song, so I would also have the same feeling towards that particular song, and that's why this song rubs me the wrong way. I can never like a song that says, so yeah, talk about bringing good music back, bringing good people back, but asking them for in exchange for certain people, no, that's sick. I'm sorry.
I get your message, and I respect that.
It's art. It's art. It's art.
Yeah, that's why Tommy said this is not art.
Expressed
It's
in
sick.
different forms.
Yeah, that's
and when they say certain words might not be direct or literal, you don't expect us to give a literal translation to it. It speaks to a message.
Yeah.
Meaning that these guys do not deserve to be where they are.
But sometimes as well, once you've been offended by art, then the artist has gotten the reaction that they wanted.
Yes.
Okay, I stand it, Tommy Lawrence. It's not art, it's sick.
Our next song and video to review this morning, Lagos. If you're listening to the Grapevine, it is brought to you by Verve. The song is captioned, or the video as well, is captioned Lenge Lenge by Patoranke.
Come on, baby. Come over, baby. No, tell me want you, baby.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mic's up.
So Lenge Lenge by Patoranke and Chef Jeff. Your verdict.
I think that the first of all, the song itself, to me, I get the whole fella inspiration there, but this sounds like if it was a marriage between like a musical love child, or a product of fella and what's his name, Burna Boy, in some ways.
Yes.
So I wouldn't have immediately associated with Pato Ranking, but I feel like the video itself kind of detracts from the song. It pulls a little bit of the enjoyment from the song itself. Now, there's a lot of fashion that goes on in this video, which is almost what to be expecting with Pato Ranking, but I feel like the way the lighting has been done in the background kind of like just doesn't let things pop the way that they should. But also as well with the words of the song, he wants something that he can feel, right, on the ladies. But at the same time, you go and pick these models who are not meeting that particular spec to be in the big apart from like one of them. So it's like, dude, why are you now surrounded by the ones that they're not the ones you're looking for in this song?
And then,
So it's
who
like,
are you looking for? Are you looking for Igbo Pepper?
no, it's not that. I mean, like, he said he wants something he can, like a good future and a good past that he
maybe
can,
that's his spec.
My brother, thank
and
you
they're
for
not
that
there in the
comment.
video. They're not there in the video. Only one
Thank
of them.
you. Please support black sick women. Hashtag. You know I'm saying that
You
because
got a bright future behind you. I got a
because
woman.
it's unfair that we don't. I'm sorry to say this. Okay, so talking about the song, I would go with Fola said offline that unfortunately it doesn't. It seems like Pato Rankin is not sounding like Pato Rankin. Pato Rankin is a dancehall patois singing guy, and we love that about him. That's his niche. You know, a
Yes.
lot of people love that. So why is he now following the crowd by going to Afrobeat? I'm not saying you cannot delve into a different genre if you want to be an artist, but stick to you have fans who want you to do it for us, but not for me, for them. So then, but with regards to the representation of women in videos, in music videos, remember when Wizkid came under fire for using just light-skinned women, and he said, and it's not a representation of the typical Nigerian African woman. I'm sorry. So if you want lenge, although lenge doesn't mean slightly skinny,
Slender.
Yes, slender. I know what that
Lenga
means.
lenga. Yeah.
Well,
That's a colloquial term of describing
if
people
he's
who
saying
are-
slender, then that's one thing. But slender and then something that you can hold on to is a bit of a contrast. I mean,
think-
there's still some that
I
fit
think
within that
speaking to be
spec.
their would I say malleability?
So
The way
there's
you can
some that
carry
fit within
them.
that spec, but at the same time, like they're not there in the video. They're not there in the
Deal
video.
with somebody you can carry.
Which is not hatred to the ladies in the video. I'm just saying that the lyrics and the visuals don't really match up.
I don't really like the video very well. As much as I saw the description saying that the pictures and the colors were popping, it wasn't popping that much. Like Chef Jeff said, well, this song, let's speak to the sound. It was produced by DJ Kublon. I like the fact that he veered off your expectations, guys. But we'll have to take a break. This is the Grapevine. It's brought to you by Verve.
And there's only one station that plays the best in soul, jazz, and funk. Smooth 98.1.
Have you ever been on the queue
I
at
didn't
a
even
supermarket
get. So was
or
he
a
talking about
restaurant?
women who are like boxer?
He's like, I want to have something that I can, that I can press. That's what he
Can
said.
you press it? Big ass?
No.
I don't
Can
even
you-
think that it matters so much if the women in the video are not of a particular body type.
Yes.
I just think that the color really, because if you look at the fashion, there's something they want to achieve.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the still pictures from the video shoot and it looked really beautiful.
Yeah.
But then
the video
it wasn't
itself.
translating.
Yeah.
In the video,
I like
it's
the
like
video.
get your lighting right.
Looks
Make
so
the
good.
colors
It's
pop.
the lighting.
The
It's
lighting
not
was just wrong.
translating. If
Yeah.
if you see the still pictures,
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah.
they're like posters.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
beautiful.
So the lighting was
But
not working. That whole black and white
somehow-
thing was not
That black and
working.
white thing.
It
You see,
was
you don't
not
have that
working.
much color
Yeah.
in the outfits,
Yeah.
the costumes,
Yeah.
and the face,
Yeah.
and do black and white.
Yeah. You don't do that.
You
don't
don't do that. It's just wrong. And the song itself is very mediocre.
It is.
For a
I have to
patriarchy
say.
standard.
Yeah.
If I heard on the radio, I
Just
won't think
no-
that.
yeah, you won't think so.
I would
Yes,
not
you
think
won't.
that.
You
It's
wanna be
too.
Bonner Boy.
It's too pedestrian.
I
Too
would not
normal.
listen to that if I'm doing a patriarchy lineup. That's
The video
But what
was.
do you guys think
It actually
though?
was.
YouTube fam, do you agree with us or don't disagree with us? That
Don't mind me.
let me see if Fola can have your face show it. No, it's not okay. Yeah. So yeah, do you agree with us? What do you guys think about Lenga Lenga? Is it a nice song? If you want to know what it looks like, you haven't seen it.
I feel like after a couple of something to have on a night out, and
Yeah.
I'd be grooving to it, but I just feel
It's like you come
Jay,
you
there was this song you did recently. What was this last?
the I know the one you're
And
talking
from
about
No
sounds like
Kissing
Rihanna.
Baby, from that song from Julie.
Heal the world.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, Shang that sang Julie. Where did I get that from?
I hope that this is not the direction we're showing to go.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
if he wants to
thing.
show a range,
Yeah.
maybe okay, fine, no problem.
Yes, that's what so he
But
wants to
still
show that
give,
he's versatile.
yeah, but
Yes.
still give what you are known for, because
Yeah.
otherwise, who are you anymore?
Yeah.
That's just the way things are.
It's like Sean Paul singing R&B.
Basically.
It's going to be so
Yeah.
funny. Okay, guys, we're going back in 20 seconds.
Highway code has rules about warning signals. When
Warning
you see
signals?
the danger sign, slow down till further notice.
Yeah, I was going to say her voice so distinct. All right, mic's up.
Alrighty.
Simple rules for driving safely around Lagos.
Good to have you with us. It's 8:30, and the show you're listening to, Smooth Breakfast, and within which we have the Grapevine 91 Talks Entertainment, and it's brought to you by Verve. With us in the studio, we have Chef Jeff 3000,
Yep.
and he loves you. 3000.
Yes, I love you 3000.
3000.
Spoiler alert. Lagos, before the break, we previewed 2 songs actually that had the videos that we watched earlier and reviewed, and we hope you've done that too on Twitter at Smooth91FM. The hashtag is Grapevine91 in case you're looking for those material that you can check out. The first video was by John and Lucas, Devil's Work. ADHD is what it was called, where he wanted God to leave some people behind and just take some others. And in the second video, Patorankin's Lenge Lenge, some of us in the studio didn't really like the video because we felt it didn't do justice to the colors that were portrayed in that video. It's an everyday kind of video, and it was produced by DJ Kublon, the sound itself. The video was directed by Luke Biggins. My guys don't seem to believe that he did a great job with making the colors stand out. But I would say here that giving credit to the still pictures that was revealed as an offshoot of that video, the designers, the 5 Nigerian designers that he employed and more people to work on that project did a fantastic job, and I'll mention their names. He was styled by the likes of Orange Culture. I know the guy has done a really good job, and he really celebrates colors.
Yeah.
Lisa Folawiyo Studio, Tolu Koka, Studio 189, among others, Fordham, Roy, and Eki Orleans, Studio 189, Taylor Goldenberg, and Yemzi, and among others. But I feel like they should have done a better job with the lighting, like you said.
They could have done more justice to that, yeah.
Anyway, so let's go into the stories. But very quickly, let's take your messages. This one is from, what's your name? Please put your names in your messages so we can take them. I think he sent a message earlier, but we'll get to that later. Ziggy sent in this one.
Ziggy says, morning guys, on Joyner Lucas, good rapping, but nothing justifies this song. Why do the people he called out deserve to die except him? He thinks he's better than them. That's trash.
Nah, I don't think you should take it that deeply. Well, this one is from Jay. Jay said, did she say she doesn't?
I know, I just don't listen to, I know, what are his songs? Don't let me
I knew
out
someone would
myself.
call you out on
I
that.
don't know most of his songs,
Yeah.
but I know some.
And thank you very much. What's your name? Please add your names to your messages, because that way we can read them out. Otherwise, we'll just skip. And hashtag Grapevine91 on Twitter. We have this one from ZK Megamix on Twitter. I said, John Lucas walks into a church drunk with a bottle and Bible. You know he's going to spew his mind raw. That's art.
Wow.
We have wished people bad before. Hypocrites. He says. And then we have a message from Adenika. Adenika says, I agree with Ayo. Nothing artsy about death. I care less if Pac used it. It's inappropriate. In 2019, you can't do anyhow. Ask Louis Farrakhan and Zuckerberg. No spewing of hate. Okay, Adenika, thank you. We hear you. All right, let's keep the messages coming in. The hashtag is Grapevine91 on Twitter. On YouTube, we are live, and you can also leave the comments in the live chat section. Now, Timi Dakolo and his kids went on vacation to Dubai, and they stood around breakfast at some point. What caught my attention in this story was the feedback he got from his kids when he asked them to tell him what they like or don't like about him. The first was from Hala, one of his kids. The daughter said, "Daddy, you shout too much," and you go like, "Don't run on the stairs. Drop my phone now. Turn off that TV now. Respect your brother. This is my house. This is my house. Turn off that TV." Alexander, the son, says, "You're too harsh on me. You still won't let me play PS4, but when I have nothing to do, you always shout, respect your sisters, even if they look for my trouble a lot. When we do our family meeting, you talk a lot. You keep repeating yourself. And my children, we just want to play and watch TV. That's schooling him. But you do not let us. You brought us iPads, but you don't allow us to touch it." Zoe, his daughter, says, who's the last one, says, "You don't let me wear what I want. Always say, that is for outing. You never let me sleep in your room, but you call me the baby of the house. You lie, daddy. You say you come back soon, but you don't come back soon, and you travel a lot. You say I have money in the bank, but when I say I want more clothes, you say no money, Zoe." What do you guys think? I think it's so cute. Chef Jeff?
Next.
What? Chef Jeff.
I'm looking at his face like,
I want to poke and look for
do you
that
not like kids?
family
Chef
bone
Jeff?
inside of you.
Next.
All right.
Okay, let me
I
go
am.
next then. I think it's, I'm honestly, I had to write it down so I don't forget. I'm definitely a stan, not just a fan of the Yard People. So the Timi Dakolo, his wife Busola, and his children, they always post up funny
AKA
things.
the Yard People.
Yeah, he put funny things about them. And I read this, what transpired between them over breakfast, and I just thought this is so cute. And if there's any takeaway from this, I think most parents, fathers, aka Chef Jeff and the likes, should try to have their children and ask for their opinions and just listen to them. They say kids say the darnest things, and sometimes you learn a lot from what they have to say.
I'm just gonna step in and redeem myself right now and say this. Please, ladies, future father, not presently father. All right. So please do not run away. I'm still available. Thank you.
Your certificate is intact, Chef Jeff. Single. Anyway, are you?
I just said no children at present.
No,
All right.
But about single?
And that one, let them find out now.
Well, Tiwa Savage absolutely left Maven. Not absolutely, because she said in a reply to Don Jazzy when they gave her an encomium on Twitter in form of a caption saying, that they love her, but they'll continue to miss her and her shoes will not be filled by anyone. Tiwa Savage replied that she's always Maven for life, but she joins Universal Music Group. Chef Jeff, your thoughts on this?
Well, this is good news, but it's also old news. So
Yes.
congratulations. That's all I can say about it. I mean, we've been saying that ever since last week. So
a lot of people have been still.
I'm just saying,
rebelling
still
in the
just.
news. Some people are still hearing it for the first time.
And apart from that, to be fair, the reason why it's news is because many times when we hear of record labels and their artists separating, there's always, even if it's amicable initially, and that's what I'm hoping, because it's still early days. If ultimately or eventually we now start seeing things on Earth, and it's usually messy. So it's nice. Someone put on Twitter, I read somewhere that this is how a separation should be. Amicable. I love the long love notes that she wrote to him, very sweet. And I wish her all the best with Universal. And perhaps this was who this person was talking about, Burna Boy.
In terms of what? Signing
And he
international
said, I feel
contracts.
sorry for people
That
who
might have been a
signed
shame. See how I'm linking
yeah.
these things up? We're being cautiously optimistic about the story. Moving on now, Omoni Oboli announces the victory in the legal battle over Okafor's law. Remember back in 2015 or actually 2017, Okafor's law was meant to be premiered at the cinema, but a court injunction stopped that from happening, although it had recognition at a festival abroad. But then again, she has announced this. She went on, and I find it really troubling to see how much damage or it psychologically affected her, a person at the time when this happened. But somebody accused her, one writer accused her once of stealing his work or his, just accused of copyright infringements on his art, that he had sent her a write-up for a movie, but then she stole it and produced Okafor's law. You follow this story?
Going into this whole thing is a bit. Omoni and Shioma are both friends of mine. So, but let me put it this way: it's nice that things have been resolved, but at the same time, we don't know what the full story is.
Yes.
All we know is what the court has now decided. That's really what the case may be. Because I think if I sit down with you and we're discussing, bouncing off ideas about something together, all right, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, no, I want to go on this on my own. Chances are maybe there's something that you have said that I remembered, but I don't remember you saying it. And so therefore I might not put into what I'm doing and think that, okay, this is my product right now because I've done all the work here, but I forget that I spoke about something with you. So I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not saying it's not the case.
But you'd like to hear Judy Dada's version of this.
Basically, there are two sides of every coin, and even that at the same time, even within that concept, not everybody's going to speak the truth.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Money on
Yeah.
getting this victory in the courts. I was actually there at the premiere when she came in tears to announce that this wasn't going. It was such a heartbreaking moment. However, afterwards, the same conversation, what you just said now is the conversation that we were having. You know, a number of people were saying that the man did have a claim. There was a conversation. There was a sharing of ideas.
Yeah.
And one of the painful things is that we've seen so many times when bigger organizations or bigger personalities, in quotes, steal the ideas of upcoming artists and take it as their own. I'm not saying this is what happened here, but you almost want to be sympathetic to Dada's case, because what has he got to lose? Why would he say that someone stole his idea? But like you mentioned, oftentimes ideas are not novel. You probably heard it somewhere and you didn't even realize that you heard it somewhere. So it's a bit, I don't know, for me it was a bit bittersweet when I heard this. I'm happy for her. She's such a lovely person, but it's important for us to also recognize people who have done a lot of work as well.
Well, the movie, before it was cancelled at the cinema at the time because of the court injunction, had gotten recognition at the Toronto International Film Festival back in September 12, 2016. We'll come back, talk more on this, and checking your reactions on WhatsApp 0809 444 981. The Grapevine 981 is brought to you by Verve.
Hi, my name is Michelle Dede. You're listening.
So off record self or on just on YouTube, the movie is not even nice. Why are they fighting over the movie? Movie that is not interesting.
No, it doesn't
work
matter.
and
It's a work.
I know, I'm just tongue in cheek. Like, it's such a bad movie. Like, have you seen it?
No, well,
Yes.
here's the thing. Once it's Nollywood, I already have a biased view. Once I come to
Not all.
I know that. My sister wrote a good one.
Oh, look at you. No, but this one was like
Sometimes the question is, who's the producer?
Yeah.
Who's
the director. Yes.
Yeah. No.
Sylvia, that's the one your sister wrote.
Yes, that's
I
one.
remember.
Your
Yes.
sister was
Was it
Sylvia.
really?
Oh, was a bit okay. Yeah, forgive me. I just thought she was just brotherly love. I didn't want to say much, but yeah, it was okay. We're
I
going.
found out on the show.
Yes,
you did.
I went to the premiere. I saw
I
it.
found out on the show.
Okay, we're going back on now.
Welcome back, and glad to know you're still there listening to the Grapevine 981. It's brought to you by Verve. Some people call the show different names. Some people call it the Vine, some people say Grapevine, some people say it's the lime juice. I don't know, whatever.
It was Vine Juice
Use
we
your
saw
taste.
recently.
Wow.
It is
Valentine,
one show, the
you're
Grapevine 981.
Valentine
Yes.
then sent a response with Grapevine in bold, capital, like when the person.
Why are you revealing details of an email?
Oh, sorry. You didn't sign an NDA. You didn't sign an NDA.
NDA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's an NDA.
So who's her lawyer?
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, it's brought to you by Verve. Now, we saw on social media, actually, I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it was trending at some point on Instagram precisely. This guy, Get Out of Here fame, Francis Odega, he was shown to throw his wife out of the house and threaten to stab her and his daughter. And his sister, wife's sister, and not minding going to jail for it. But then his side of the story revealed most recently. But what preempted that action was he was alleged to have ignored the fact that the daughter hadn't paid her school fees, and she was asking him to pay school fees and her school fees rather, and the fact that the wife was not getting a much needed care and attention. Those were the allegations, and there were also allegations that are leading to domestic violence. But he's come up to react to this. Beyond his reaction as well, the police is saying that they're going to carry out a comprehensive investigation into the allegations. But he revealed his own side of the story in a video where he said, well, that he gave his wife 7 million naira to buy a property for him and has not seen the property since then. He also said he paid 900,000 naira for his daughter's school fees last term, adding that the school just resumed and nobody has sent her out of school because of the fees. But guys, I would like to hear your thoughts on this.
So, for starters, he kind of admitted in some ways that he has stabbed her before when he said, I will stab you again in that first video that went viral, which alone is a police matter anyway. So the police getting involved is a justifiable situation. But, what he's done is that he has told his wife, get out of here, man, and then also brought, violence into the whole picture of things. But then on the flip side, on the part where he comes in about the school fees and the house thing, we don't know the real story here because he could be telling the truth. I feel like, there might be an element of fault on both sides, but it still doesn't raise the fact that you go and start threatening people's lives. Because even when he went inside in that video, I was really worried, what's he gonna do? Come out with a knife, and then next, be talking about a story of how somebody got stabbed
I
or,
kept saying,
or
I'll do it,
something.
and nothing
You
will
know,
happen.
and sometimes our anger levels in Nigeria are something to be worried about. So quite frankly, if the police are getting involved, they should be investigating that particular element there, not necessarily the one about the whole school fees thing, because that's a private matter, whatever the case may be. But I just feel like there might be a different story that he's also telling here in terms of the truth about, maybe he might be telling the truth about the school fees element there. So I don't know.
And also, there's no smoke without fire. So I'd like to hear both sides of the story.
Yeah.
Just see really what transpired. But so there are certain things now. It's a great area between what's private, what should be left private, and what should be brought to the public light. But the domestic violence is something that we frown on. We shouldn't necessarily encourage or excuse in any form, shape, or form.
I think many Nigerians take this for granted. Do you know many homes that the man has threatened to kill, or the woman has threatened, I'll kill you? And I'm glad that we're making it a big deal, because oftentimes we all say, oh, he was just joking, or he didn't really mean it.
People use it loosely.
Yes, loosely. So the fact that you can actually be charged by making that kind of statement is a welcome development. So like Chef Jeff mentioned, or I think it was Val that said, we have to be careful with how we deal with things when we're angry. So anger doesn't justify certain things. So I'm glad that, well, unfortunately, he's going to be made a scapegoat, or has already been made a scapegoat, even if he's innocent, because the video was recorded. We saw him say it, and people are upset and angry that he could use such foul language, with his wife.
That's evidence right there. Once you said I would do it again.
Yes.
That's
That means
evidence
you've done it
right there.
Nobody interested in this story because I'm not going to touch it.
I have mixed feelings about it.
No,
Val.
I don't want to. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No,
sorry.
so let's take your messages. Because
her life is topics about her life are insignificant to me.
At this point, right?
Who can take a wild guess who they are talking about?
Of course, it starts with a T. So Ali from Apapa says, Chef Jeff, next, I beg you. I like that. New story, I beg. George Waters said, hi guys, I love the Joe Lucas. Joyner Lucas is the name. Joyner Lucas art. Why? Because the lyrics are totally different from the regular Nigerian lyrics. Like she fine. I poor. I don't reach. I don't chop for the Amaka Chaba Ada. Wow.
They've not made a song about Ayo yet. Okay, no. Familiar.
Really.
Sorry, familiar.
Anyway, it goes on to say, and all those daily lyrics pouring out from a Nigerian artist. I was just going to take offense by that. Emma from Akoka says,
well done, Tiwa. Universal is huge. This Judy Dada and Omoni case was sad for me because I know them both personally. Hopefully, all is well that ends well. Chef Jeff, I love you. Just 22,500. Go and collect the balance from young people.
I like that. Tyre here says, I could swear Joanna Lucas wanted to swap fella for a month and I was in that trap. Okay. Thou shalt not wish death upon another, and the church he went to even preaches it. I hope it doesn't trigger a Nigerian version or challenge online. Tiwa and Jazzy just dropped a manual on how to leave a label without issues.
That's right.
And then on Twitter, we have messages here. Denike, okay, we've taken a message. Thank you very much for that. Liquid Fire here says, what happened to the... Okay, this is for fresh.
Are we not going to talk about the Jonas marriage, even if it's just to
apparently
just
yes,
say congratulations?
Another Jonas brother got married to his love interest, and your guess is as good as ours. We've seen pictures of them together.
Was she not the one in the video?
What video?
You know that video the Jonas brother did, where all their wives were in there.
And Paraka Chopra showed up.
She was giving us a sign.
Of course.
You know, all the others are married.
So what we're talking about is that Sophie Turner, Sophie Turner, Sansa Stark.
They got married in secret.
Got married to Joe Jonas.
And invited only their close friends.
Well, the thing is, they've been together since 2016, all right? So on one side, you're hoping that it's going to work and that maybe the English side of her will balance out the American side of things, all right? But here's the main issue that I have. They got married in Vegas.
Yeah.
This is basically this is Frank Ocean singing about American wedding.
Yes.
They don't mean enough. They don't last enough.
Why?
Vegas. Once you go to Vegas, that is it.
Well,
no, what happens in Vegas ends after Vegas.
That's another theory.
That's a new one.
What happens in Vegas ends after Vegas. Hello, Britney Spears, 55 hours of marriage in Vegas, and think about other examples as well. What happens in Vegas ends after Vegas.
Pessimism, Chef Jeff, I'll quote Sophie Turner here in her statement. She said she decided to marry Joe Jonas, a celebrity, a fellow in the art industry or in the entertainment industry, because she feels like you would understand what's going on, the whole dynamics.
We've heard it before.
Not being able to spend time together, blah, blah,
if you
blah,
don't
blah,
know
blah.
who Sophie Turner is, she's the character in Game of Thrones.
Sansa Stark.
Sansa Stark. Yes.
Yes.
I'm happy for them, and I don't want to be a pessimist when it comes to marriage because I am team marriage. But honestly, I wish
team
so.
love.
I'm team honestly love,
Just
you know,
don't do
romance,
Vegas.
all of that.
Don't do Vegas. Don't do Vegas. Do Jonas but not Vegas. Fine.
Bites my shoe. I'll go and marry.
No, okay. I have a question though.
My marriage will last
So
for
something.
years.
No, don't go.
It's all right. It's all right.
So let me
Go now.
let me just say though. And this is a question for the women out there. So they got married without a wedding ring, but with candy.
Right,
So
yeah.
pop tart.
Already.
Yes.
See, and that's been done too.
So
Excuse me.
That's been done
and they
and then done.
Excuse me, and they got joined by
So wait.
and Elvis Presley impersonator.
So
Exactly.
all we women who or not women who want a huge rock huge rock, something fancy.
Yes.
Would you or would you not say yes if a man proposed to you with candy? With
I answer that.
Yes, no, there's love. Maybe I love. Forget all that
Sorry.
one.
Have you seen Ayo's ring? Ayo's ring blinds me
Huge.
every time I'm on this
You're
show.
watching on YouTube.
Please, I beg, let's not even go there because you already have your own. Go and sit down. Nonsense.
An ingredient.
Very much.
Jay Sado from Consistent Message says, "Good morning, now please." No, come on, it's not for the show. We're going to talk about that next. But anyway, he speaks to Odega's case. He says police must also go beyond Odega's case. Non-celebrities in same domestic cases should be treated like two.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Chef Jeff. Please plug out.
Yes, find me at Chef Jeff 3000 on Twitter and Instagram. And remember this: I love you 3000.
Spoiler. Lagos, it's been fun. Thank you so much for
plug out?
joining us. Don't worry, go and watch Game of Thrones. You understand. At 9 o'clock, top of the hour, Lagos, we talk in extent. We'll open up the phone line for you to call in. That number is 0144899981. Let's talk about the 16 rules of meeting the police on the road.
Yeah.
Nice one. Okay,
And it's a wrap.
it's a wrap.
It is.